it is so hard, and we need to start putting some more respect and looking at this as more valuable than we do. The fact that there are these best players on teams that puts the defensive demand on their teammates, as such as a Nikola Jokic and a Luka Doncic, because we have to figure out how to damn near defend 4-on-5 out here. That's hard. What I'm saying is that you reference these times where, oh my goodness, the Denver defense is so much better when Nikola Jokic is on the court. And I'm looking at when Nikola Jokic is on the court. The reason why this defense is so good is because they literally just put him on the absolute worst offensive player on the court and just have him routinely rotate to the strong side and just stand there, and they just ignored Jokic's man. They did the same thing. They did the same thing in the first quarter against Minnesota. Minnesota was out there playing with Rudy Gobert. You know what Jokic did? Acting like Rudy Gobert didn't exist. He was just on the strong side. Hey, we're going to help down. The other wing is going to pinch the low man who's Rudy Gobert. It's like, I guess that's... And
then they double Ant.
Yeah, and real talk, you know what? That actually would work. And real talk, that would actually work. But the problem with Joker, to Swiper's point, is that he sucks as a rim protector. Like, he's so awful as a rim protector. That's where the biggest problem is. Swiper, your man, he can get his hands busy. He can take up space. He 100% can do that. But when you are a roamer on defense, especially as a big, that's why Anthony Davis was so awesome, because he did such a good job at protecting the rim. He doesn't do that though. That's why it makes it so bad on his end.
Okay, but in that game, Chill, I'm looking at it now. OKC shot 11 of 26 with Jokic like near the rim and in the paint.
Are we really doing this, Swiper? Are we trying to make Joker look like
a in that game he was excellent. Yeah,
Joker, he was. No, he wasn't.
He was excellent. He was. I'm saying he's been bad, and I've called him bad. I think in the Wolves game, especially in that third quarter when he had 17, 6, and 3, I don't think he was good. I don't think he was good in that third quarter at all. I think he was bad. I think in the first quarter of the Wolves game, he was excellent. In the first quarter of the Thunder game, they held him to 21 points. That was their second lowest point total in any quarter the entire season. In part because of how engaged he was. And I'm going to give him credit when he deserves credit.
Yes, and one of the main reasons why he was excellent was because those guys, for example, yesterday, were able to stay in front of Minnesota's guys almost all the way to the basket.
They literally doubled.
They couldn't do that against Oklahoma City. Play. It was Ole to the rim, and guys were getting to the rim, basically leaving Joker back there by himself. And Ox, as a big fella, can you tell me on defense what your primary role is at the rim?
At the rim?
Yes, sir.
Is to protect the rim.
That's your job as a big. That is your job.
And,
no matter what else you do.
Because also the reason why I have a problem with how he talks about the Denver's approach with how they try to hide Nikola Jokic and what they do. When somebody does this to Denver, he's like, gimmick defense. That's the gimmick. Oh, you're zoning up. You're zoning up and loading up to the strong side and the best player. Gimmick defense when everybody else does it, but when Nikola Jokic does it, it's great defense.
Doubling is a gimmick. Doubling Ant and Shea is a gimmick.
Having your center just roam out to wherever they are.
By the way, the Nuggets in this game, Chill, the Nuggets shot better at the rim than OKC. They were 14 and 21. OKC was 20 of 32 in this game. So like that's what I'm saying. Like it's just
when I think about Joker, that's why he's such a
totally ignore what I said.
I am because it's nonsense. It's not a gimmick defense. Like they play at the level. No, because the issue is the issue is Denver does it. It's good. The Nuggets play at the level, and they played at the level versus Jaylen Brown, which they strapped the Celtics 2 nights ago. He was engaged in that. They didn't play at the level versus OKC.
But go off.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown didn't play in the first end of the back-to-back.
By the way, he didn't.
Jaylen Brown just sucked in that game because he got strapped. Is what was happening. And then they played versus SGA, and then they doubled again. They actually had a good game versus SGA. If you hold as you contend, the best player in the world or the best scorer in the world, the 12 of 29, and especially Christian Brown, there's a lot of credit in that game. They were straps. And then I think in this last game, Ant also wasn't great. He had 21 points.
Ant was really good in that game. You're lying. I love Ant's approach to that game. He absorbed he didn't force shots.
You guys were doubling in the half court.
Yeah, they were. They were. Like, it worked.
Let's stop with this foolishness.
I don't think he was great in that game. I don't know where you're getting that from.
I would argue doubling someone at half court is a gimmick, but you know.
Yo,
Oh.
fellas,
Why though?
swiper.
So for the same
Swiper.
reason that doubling a post up is a gimmick.
But the Wolves, no, I don't know. You double great players. Jokic gets double,
You
Shea
double
gets
guys
double,
to get.
everybody
If
gets.
I'm
they always
doubling somebody
double,
at
they
half
always
court, I'm doubling them to get the ball out of their hands. to
Wait,
make
and then
other
and by the
people
way,
make plays.
Joe,
That's what
is
I'm
it a
doing.
gimmick the way OKC played versus Jokic because they literally had Hart and then Chet sitting in the middle of the paint, like, and they were basically doing like a soft
that's a
double with two
strategy.
bigs.
That's
None
a
of it is a gimmick. It's a scheme.
That's the
I agree.
thing,
I
bro.
agree.
None
I'm
of
saying
it is
I
a
agree with you.
gimmick.
I agree with you.
Like, no, I get that, but Mars, it's like, come on, can we stop? Like great players get schemed against.
Yes, they do.
Like,
That's
Jokic.
the point, Ron. When the
No,
Lakers did it to the Nuggets last year,
He
it
thought
wasn't
it
a
was a
gimmick.
gimmick.
But there was one
Yes,
person
that's
up
what
there
I'm
telling us it
saying.
was. So guess what? Anytime the Nuggets scheme for someone, I'ma call it a gimmick. Because it's the same thing happened last year, and apparently it was a gimmick. No, it was just a team scheming for a player. But it was a gimmick.
You're right.
So no.
You're right, Mars.
They never did it.
No,
And that
it
half
was.
court,
You're right.
that's a
You're right.
gimmick
That was a
defense.
gimmick. Nah, you're right.
That's what it
was
is.
a
Yeah,
gimmick.
it's a
You
gimmick
was a
defense.
gimmick.
Me and Real Talk,
It was
me
a
and
gimmick.
Real
Troll
Talk aren't
alert.
saying this because we actually think it's a gimmick. We're
Exactly.
saying it because it has to
No,
be.
you
a
can't
gimmick,
put yourself.
according
Real
to what
Talk
we
thinks
were
it's a
told
gimmick.
last year.
Real Talk has.
Alert.
He already said it's a gimmick. I think
Real
what
Talk,
happened in
do
that
you think- do you
individual
think it's a
in that individual Lakers game from last February, when they literally were putting 3 at the ball, I had never seen that before. Except
This is
one
the game
other
when
time.
where the Lakers were smacking y'all and
Yeah,
JJ
yeah, I
Redick
think
was.
the-
And they
it
were
was-
saying
it was
that
the
JJ
first-
Redick
But,
was.
Swiper, the difference with that logic
Yeah.
is that the Lakers had only done that one time.
One. That was the first time.
Okay, that's a gimmick. However, the Shea gets double. Shea gets double
All the
Shea gets-
time. The Wolves
Right.
double Shea. Like everybody
Right.
double Shea.
Okay, so that's Mars' point.
No, I agree. I'm saying it's not a gimmick. When you have, there are certain players that unless you have certain POA defenders, which is Ryan Nembhard, which apparently is Christian Brown, because the numbers indicate that like Christian is one of the better Shea defenders, and OKC fans will say that. I don't know why. It's just every matchup is different.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, when Christian Brown sees Shea, he plays a different level of basketball as opposed to Real Talk when he played Ant. He can't guard Ant the same way because Ant is so he's physical and they're basically the same size. I think for whatever reason is that when OKC plays Denver, the difference is, and I think everybody can attest to this, they play Jokic more physically than any other team in the sport. And they do more to get under Jokic's skin than any other team in the sport. And I think
physical with San Antonio. San Antonio just fought back. So I
You said what?
don't know. I said they're pretty physical with San Antonio. San Antonio just combated the physicality.
no, but Nuggets combated too. I'm saying like the
Yes.
Nuggets ain't backing down. Like that's why they won't have a fight in the middle of the game.
Yes.
Like I think that's the issue but it's just,
It's the panel. Religion get built on cam. Where the chat throw smoke and the host go ham. You ain't never seen hoops out hit the raw. Every take got weight, every night we drop. This that barbershop. Courtside, worldwide tone. Welcome to the only show that really feel like numbers jumping like the score.